me. Howdy folks, how are y'all doing? My name is Reese, and welcome back to Minecraft 2025, the Let's Play Adventure! Where, look at that, we can actually see the cross real well right now. Looks like there's some kind of fog back there that's making it stand out. I hear you. I've already spoken to this individual, everyone. I spoke to them, and I sold them a bunch of potatoes, I sold them a couple of water buckets, and then I bought their entire supply of horn coral blocks, because I want to create my own little artificial reef at some point. So the more the merrier when it comes to the coral. But welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, everyone. It is May the 4th. May it be with you. Let's all go buy some Star Wars Lego sets or something, because gosh knows they're not bringing back Bionicle anytime soon. What do we got? We got a turtle hatching cage, free the turtles, axolotl breeding. I kind of want to do this one. Turtle hatching cage. What exactly is that going to entail? How is that going to manifest? Only one way for us to find out. It looks like there's no turtles down there, but they're in the water. They're just below the water. First things first, we're going to need buckets so that we can collect the axolotl. And fortunately, I have a couple of buckets here because I made a bunch of water buckets to sell to the villager and he only bought 2 of them. So when I say a bunch, I mean I made 4. But he did buy 2 of them, which I thought was nice. Now, why did he just get regular buckets and fill them up with water at his leisure? Couldn't tell you. I have no idea. The next thing we're going to need is a hopper, which we should have one of, but we don't. I made that up. We don't have one. It's a fabrication of my own mind. Unless it's in here. Then we will also need some sort of storage device. Can you hop into a barrel? Could be a barrel of fun, you know what I'm saying? A chest was normally my go-to, but if you can actually hop into a barrel... We don't use barrels all that often, and I don't see any reason not to use a barrel for this because it doesn't need a whole lot of storage space. I was only going to use 1 chest, so why not use 1 barrel? That does in fact work, I can confirm. Barrels don't get a lot of play in this series. I mean, think about how many places we've used barrels. We haven't. It doesn't come up all that much, to be honest with you. And now we're going to need to color match that to probably some trap doors is what we'll end up using, I suppose? I'm not using a guide for this, by the way. I'm not using a guide. I'm making this up as I go. And I'll kind of show you how I think this is going to work, but I also want to acknowledge right out the gate that it might not work at all, and yeah, we'll see. But the general idea is going to be such. We have the turtles down here. Let's collect the axolotls. If we're going to set all the turtles free, which might be today, might be tomorrow. We'll wait and see. It's not really a... You know, we'll leave the axolotls as they are, okay? Let's breed some turtles. So, they like seagrass. Have we... You know what? We meant to check a long time ago whether or not we could get more seagrass by using bone meal. That's going to make all the difference there. If we can bone meal up a bunch of seagrass... My concern was that it might be a limited quantity item, even though the world is theoretically... Well, not theoretically. It's also not technically. The world is not infinite. It is not endless. It has its limitations. And if we use up all the seagrass within the world, before we have enough turtles... Why are we doing this? Why are we actually doing this now that I think about it? What are we gaining? What do I need scutes for? This is for farming scutes. I'll never need another scoot for as long as I live. It doesn't matter. I'm going to go down here to experiment because there's too many turtles in there. If I just right-click... Oh, you don't even need one. You just right-click on the sand. It works on the grass. It works on the gravel. As long as you're underwater, this works. Well, what about sea pickles? Well, no, that's an experiment for another day. That's... Because what I want to do is, first off, I want to smooth some of this out. Because this is kind of rough. And I would like to smooth it out by having... 2 blocks beneath here, some sand. That way, mobs still can't get up on the surface. But go down 2 blocks, have a layer of sand. Go down another 2 blocks, another layer of sand, another 2 blocks, another 2 blocks. So that it's sort of more of a slope down here. And then fill all of this with sea pickles and coral and grass and have all the little turtles running around down there and having a grand old time. That's what I want. But for right now, I actually meant to grab some of that seagrass while we were down here. Can I just punch it? You can't just punch it, everyone. I think that's probably a lesson we learned in the past as well, but oftentimes lessons are forgotten, especially when the information isn't used. So there's a moral for you, okay? You think you graduate school and you know everything? You gotta put that brain to work, all right? You gotta work... Well, maybe not an appropriate song for the circumstance, but come on out, Toidles. Come on out. Let me see your eggs. Let me see what you're working with. Look at them hips. Yeah, come on over here and bury your eggs. And then what we're going to do is we're going to build the egg hatcher. I mean, possibly right up here somewhere. I'm probably down here on the beach where they have quick and easy access to, the shore and everything. So let's say we have the barrel, and the barrel's going to be right here, right? Why not? And then we're going to have the hopper. Hopper will be... Actually, hopper should go on this side, closer to the ocean. Can you hop into the side or the back of a barrel? That's what we should have been testing all along. Let's see what happens. Boom, 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 boom. Yep, that works just fine. Okay, so they're going to lay their eggs, and we have Silky, with Silk Touch on it, and we're going to collect those turtle eggs. There we go. Oh, good. They break like that. Great. Maybe I can cram 3 of them on top of this thing, okay? So come over here. 2, 3. Yep, that's how that works. Now, those are going to slowly start to hatch over time. And then on the backside here, we're going to do this, okay? Because turtles will not, I'm assuming like most other creatures, will not hop over these. So the 3 of them should hatch. I think it'll be 3 turtles. Or does each egg have like 5 baby turtles? It doesn't matter. As long as it doesn't exceed 25 or 24, we should be fine. The turtles should hatch into here, okay? They will grow over time, and when they become fully grown, they'll drop their scutes, which will go into the hopper, which will go into the barrel. And that's how that works. That's how we're going to do it. That's the idea. Now, how long will that take? However long the eggs take to hatch. There's no timer, and I think it's random. So this isn't something that we're really going to see happen kind of anytime soon. Eventually, we just have to wait, I suppose, is what we're going to have to do. Something I thought about doing before we released the turtles was fencing off both ends of the island so that they couldn't escape. But the thing is, I'm pretty sure the turtles can overcome a 2-block difference and get up on shore, which means they would be able to get up on shore over there and just escape anyway. Or get up on shore over here and go off. So I suppose what we'll do instead is I'll go ahead and I'll collect those axolotls. Come here, you two. Come here. Little pinkin and a little yellow one. Come here, buddy. You've been such a good sport playing around in here with the Toidles. But now has come a moment that I know many of you have been waiting for. Literally no one has ever commented on the cruelty of the turtle cage. No one has ever cared. But in case you were one of the few who ever looked at this situation and said, wait a minute, that doesn't seem quite right, have I got news for you. And have I got news for turtles everywhere. Be free! Be free now, little turtles. Race towards the stars. Be free now, little turtles. Explore from Venus to Mars. The cosmos are your destination. Swim fast with desperation. Look out for the fishermen who want to make soup out of your delicious meat. Free little turtles, sail in the sea. Know that you will always have a friend in me. No, but honestly, the turtle population over here was 2 turtles when we got here. There was 1 turtle, and one of them was stuck underwater. It was glitched into the sand, you might remember. And now look at all the turtles. We did this. We made this happen. That's what a little bit of, human intervention can accomplish. We went from an ocean with a greatly endangered turtle population to arguably, probably, possibly too many turtles, and that might be its own problem, but it's one for other humans to deal with. It's like the guy who I think it was the same guy who figured out, like, Freon is also the same guy who was like, yeah, you could put lead in gasoline, that'll be fine. And he created 2 massive catastrophes. I think he actually got lead poisoning at one point, too, which is funny, because he insisted it was perfectly safe to have it in the gas. It wasn't. Leaded gas was not a good thing. And, yeah, neither were CFCs. Not great. That hole in the ozone layer, It seems funny when you think about a giant hole in the ozone layer over Australia, but that's not good stuff, man. And I don't think running an ozone generator, you know, in your shed out back is going to help the situation, because it breaks down real quick down here. Anyway, there we go. We've set the turtles free. Look at them go. Let's get rid of that shield. Oh, shoot. You don't think they have to... Oh, my goodness. Do you think they're always going to call this beach home? Because it says they'll return to their home beach to breed. I'm thinking they're not actually going to go all that far. We should give them all names, though. But I don't think that they'll despawn like other creatures. Like, I don't think they're like monsters or... well, I guess other sea creatures in particular, because fish and squid all kind of just pop in, dolphins even, pop in and out of existence willy-nilly. But I think the turtles are more endearing. I think they stick around, are enduring even. Look at them all. Aren't they beautiful? It would be fun to name them all, and then we could track them throughout the server to see how far they make it if they all have names. An idea for another day, perhaps. An idea for... If you want a turtle named after yourself, you gotta gold tier and let me know, okay? But let's see. Turtle hatching cage is maybe done. Time will tell. Free the turtles. Also done. Not bad for under 10 minutes. Should we go ahead and leave those blank, or should we fill them in with some of the other ideas that I had? Decorate nether roof portals. Explore Mount Vasselgen, which is just what I've already decided to go ahead and name that large mountain over there. Even though we have Fortress Vasselgen here, this might just become home, right? It never made much sense to have one name stacked on top of another. We already have Gilliam Island, and then the fortress is on that. I always liked how up here we had Mount McDooling, which I guess we need to bring back. There we go, Mount McDooling. We'll restore them as we go. I want to build a road between the Yates Estate and Mount McDooling. That should also be on the sign. But there's not enough room. Well, I think that does it for today, folks. Crazy though it may seem. We got a lot done for one of the first May Minutes episodes. Till next time, thank you all for watching. God bless you, and I'll see you later. Goodbye!